Hello everybody, this is Mumbo Jumbo and we are on the HermitCraft server once again, and for the first time in ages I am not starting this video in the spawn chunks. We are over at my base, and that is because in the last episode we were working on this tree farm here, and I haven't done anything on this since the last one, but as you can see, for anyone that missed it, it is pretty nice. It is a very nice looking little build, and in this episode we're going to be doing a bunch of stuff, and I need to make sure that he does not find his way over here, because there is a lake underneath this. I just sort of topsoiled it, and man, if that guy comes in and just blows it up, oh, we're going to go right the way through into the water, which will be really rubbish. But in this episode, I don't know really what we're going to be doing. Of course, we need to do a little bit more to the tree farm. That is obvious. That is clearly what we need to do, because, you know, we're not going to be leaving it like this. We are not going to be leaving it like that whatsoever. But also, apparently the iron farm is full, so that's a bit of an issue. And yeah, there's some things going on. Basically, King Daddy Nemak is actually over there right now, and he is working on putting all of the iron into iron blocks, so massive thank you for that. And he's also asking questions about why the iron is flying out into the open. The reason that he's doing that is because if it overloads, like if all of the chests fill up, then that's going to cause a problem, because if it overflows and all of the iron backs right the way up, then that means that no poppies can be dispensed out of the nether portal, and that's a big problem. We don't want that to be happening, so that is why our iron farm does that. It's actually quite smart, so that's the reason for that. So I apologise if it's causing some problems. I'm actually going to be dealing with that in today's episode. So like you can see, we are just on our way into the nether right now. There it is, the beautiful iron foundry in all of its glory. Can't see any... oh god, there's no iron golems coming through. It would appear that that comparator actually unloaded. I don't know what this means. Alright, good. Okay, so it hasn't broken it. Having just said that about the fact that iron needs to be dispensed, if that had stopped working, we would have been in big trouble there. That would have been really awful. I just watched that recording back, and I cannot quite understand what I did at the beginning there. But it would appear I just completely customized, remixed my intro, which I haven't done for at least 200 videos. That was really odd. I don't know why I did that, but anyway, onto this video now, because, you know, we're not going to be fanning it about too much in this one. I've got a bunch of projects that I need to work on. The first thing that we're going to be doing, we're finally going to be finishing up this storage area, you know? We've been working on this for a little while now. You know, it hasn't been too long, but we need to get it done. We do need to get it done. So I don't really know what I'm going to be doing here, but I need to do a little bit of decorating, as I'm sure you can tell. You know, this floor is alright, but I did mention, and this is probably driving a few people around the bend, the glowstone is off-centered. I repeat, the glowstone is off-centered. You know, I am tempted to leave it like this, just to hear the rage. I could probably hear it from here in my room, just hear the people raging, you know, for all those years. But wow, King Daddy D-Mac really is going ham with the iron over there. So I think the first thing that we need to do is we need to work out what we need to do here. Obviously, we have got these two sort of holes, and what I was thinking is, because there is really no fancy way of getting in and out of here, I was originally going to propose a staircase, but come to think about it, an elevator would be quite nice. I don't know. I really don't know. I think a set of stairs going up would be quite helpful. I don't know, elevators, for something like this size, I don't think that's necessary. No, we're not going to be doing that. That was like a fleeting thought that flew into my mind, and I was like, dude, say that. That would be really cool. Now a lot of you are going to be disappointed because I'm not building an elevator. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with standard stairs. A lot of people also suggested that I put in an iron golem face. I would do that, but I don't know where to do it. And I was also thinking perhaps I could do like a really big one in the floor, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to be doing with the floor either. Basically, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I think I'm just going to start placing blocks and coming up with ideas. But before we begin, let's take a look. So we have got absolutely tons of iron blocks. Obviously, the iron has reached the end there. So all of this is entirely filled with iron. There is a huge amount. And like I say, big thank you to King Daddy DMAC for putting it all into iron blocks for me. That is really, really helpful. I was about to go out and do that, but it's good to see that the hermits are getting involved with this project. That is absolutely lovely to see. So anyway, I'm going to start gathering up some ideas, and then I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, I have come up with what I believe to be the idea of the century, right? As you know, there is sort of an iron dispenser here that when all of these chests fill up, it will dispense the iron outwards. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it drop into a water stream. So instead of going straight into lava so that you can't see it happening, I thought we'd have it flow around. So if you're in here, you'll see that the iron goes round and round and round, and then into some lava at the end. Unlike how I used to have it was that I just wait for it to despawn, and it's still a bit like that. So if I do actually end up overflowing with iron, it means that it's going to put quite a large amount of stress on the server, having so much of this like iron just on the floor, because by the end of like the 5-minute timer, there'd probably be about 100 pieces of iron on the floor. And that's just not good to have on the server, especially because it's going to be constantly loaded. So instead of that, what we're going to do is, like I said, it's going to flow around in this circle, and then it's going to end up in some lava. And I think that will look really, really good. So I'm going to head back to my base, pick up some resources, and then we can start building. While I wait for all of this glass to smelt, I thought I would mention something very quickly to you, and it is to do with donations. Once again, as you know, I spoke about this in the last episode on HermitCraft, but some things have happened. Basically PayPal had a little bit of a fit at me, because I put my age down as something like 1st of December 1930, because they don't let anyone who's under the age of 18 use PayPal, and that caused me some problems, because until last week I wasn't 18, so obviously I put down a fake age, and then when I actually turned 18, they were like, look, you have to prove you are who you say you are. So I was like, okay, yeah, I can do that quite easily, and they were like, congratulations, you are this guy, except you're not 83. So we're going to ban your account for money laundering. You can withdraw all of your money, but after that you are unable to use PayPal. Now obviously that caused a few problems, and I'm still in the process of sorting it out. I am probably going to be making a new PayPal account. There's a couple of issues with like the donators button. It turns out donations buttons have to be for only non-profit companies, and that has to be government confirmed, which means obviously I can't use that anymore, and it's just causing a big headache for me. And at the minute I'm just sort of letting it slide. I'm not going to be accepting any donations at the minute, which is a bit of a shame, because I know you guys really like giving donations and I quite like accepting them, obviously. So it's a bit of a bummer, but I am working on a fix, and you should be able to donate at some point soon, hopefully. This is just a really quick progress update to say that things are getting dark, so it's getting fairly scary, but I have made a minute amount of progress. You can see I have now added in the little iron water stream, but I've hit a bit of a brick wall. Reason being, okay, so we've got our water coming in here, obviously our items will drop in, everything is fine and dandy up to this point. I need some ice, and I've got no idea where the nearest snow biome is, which is going to cause some problems, because I definitely need ice so that the items slide along and go into the next water stream and continue on their merry way into that lovely little bit of lava that is going to be coming in at the end. So at the minute, I am now going to have to head off into the distance, find myself a snowy biome, and then grab myself some ice. So I will be back in a couple of seconds. Now I know I just said I was off on an adventure and I would be back when I had ice. Unfortunately, I didn't do that just yet. In fact, I have done something a little bit more important and just continued on with the build. I thought I would leave getting the ice to the end, just because it's not necessarily the most important thing. It's like a tiny little detail in the long scheme of things. I don't know what that saying was. I sort of merged a couple sayings together. That was awful. But as you can see, things have changed around here. We have instead got a stone brick floor, which looks a lot better. Obviously, our little iron passageway is complete, and that looks good. We have got a lot of glowstone going about, and I, for one, feel like it might be a little bit too much glowstone. So I might take out this one and this one. Oh no, that won't work. That won't work at all. Yes, it will. That one, and that one, and then I might take out, I don't know, a few of them on either side, because I feel like it might be a little bit too overpowering. You know, having it alternating, it looks a little bit crazy, a little bit blingy, and we don't want to be dealing with that kind of thing. So I might have to change a little bit of that, but now, finally, we are going to head off and get some ice. So I will see you guys in a little bit. Oh my god! Oh my god! That is brilliant. I can't remember if I've seen this yet. I honestly cannot remember if I've seen this yet, but I think I would remember something like this. Oh. Oh, wow. It would appear that Monkey Farm's little skull has got himself a pair of yays. That looks amazing, doesn't it? Look how good that is. You know, I was planning on heading over here. I still am thinking about heading over here and doing some stuff, but it looks like he's already been bamboozled. Let's see, actually. Let's take a look to see if Monkey Farm has done anything extra. Yeah, it looks like he's actually started adding some back to his skull, which is great to see, because obviously it was a while back now that I started work on the elevator with him, so it's good to see that he's still working on this. But wow, that is an awesome look. I don't even know if it's a prank. Has he done it himself? I haven't been up to date on that kind of thing, so that is so funny. What a cool thing. Oh, I love stuff like that. That is why HermitCraft and Minecraft in general is just awesome, because you get things like that happening. What other game do you get that kind of thing just occurring? Imagine that in Call of Duty. Ah, you got me, guys, wearing my yays again. It just doesn't happen. I love it. I love it. Anyway, on to pick up some ice. Don't think I thought this through particularly thoroughly. Obviously, this glowstone completely melts the ice immediately, so we're going to have to rethink the design. Anyway, it would appear that I've got far too much glowstone, so it gives us a brilliant excuse to remove a whole bunch of it, so let's go. This perhaps isn't quite as smooth as I imagined it. I imagine like a really nice slow trickle round, you know, travelling around. I don't even know where it's gone anymore. It's ended up there. Oh my god. Minecraft, what you doing? What are you doing? Honestly, I couldn't tell you. You know, I've done a full test. It's gone right away from this corner over to that corner. And yes, granted it did make it, but it's not quite as nice as I imagined it. However, that's going to have to do because I really like the way this looks. However, there is a bit of an issue, and that is the fact that we've got these half slabs here. I might change these into signs at some point, but for the minute I think this looks okay. In fact, I've got enough wood on me to change it into signs. You know what? I'm going to change it into signs. I'll do that in a second, but the idea itself actually works quite nicely, and if we get a large amount of iron flowing through, like there's quite a constant stream, I think this could look really nice, and I am excited to see how it all turns out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace these things with signs. I'm going to put all of the glass in, and I will try and come up with a solution for the glowstone, but I can't promise anything at the minute, and I will see you guys in the next jump cut. Alrighty then, so we have finally got the water stream all done. That did take a little bit longer than I thought it would, but as you can see, all of the water just runs around nice and easily. So if we were to drop an item in here, and I'm going to do a very quick demonstration, you can see that it just flows on round. It doesn't look quite as impressive as I thought it would. I mean, obviously we have chosen a very boring looking block, but I need to make sure that this will actually make the gap. Yes, it does. So, yeah, just imagine tons and tons of iron flowing about here. It will look very nice. However, as you can see, there is a very dark spot right in the middle here. So what I was thinking is that perhaps I could take out like these 3 blocks and just place glowstone up the middle. That might work, and at least that will do something to brighten it all up, because the issue is, of course, we have our ice here, which means that we can't be having too much glowstone in this sort of area, otherwise that ice is going to melt. So I think that will just about do the job. What I was thinking here is we could have really tall nether portals, but I don't know if they're worth adding in just yet. I think that looks really nice, and then we'll just leave these areas open to work on at some point in the near future, because at the minute there really is nothing to add. So anyway, now we have to do these side parts, and like I said, I'm probably going to end up just doing like a staircase going up the side. I think that will look alright, so we'll see what I come up with. Progress update. This is what I have done. It is okay. You know, I am sort of still playing with the iron idea. I have tried to make it as clear as possible, you know, as clear as day, that this is in fact the iron area. This is the area for iron. We've got iron going round. Everything that you can see is built out of iron. And there's a giant iron foundry above you, full of iron golems. I mean, seriously, there are bouncing iron golems over there. You should be able to tell by now, this is the place to receive an iron. So, I think this looks okay. You know, it looks alright. It's nothing too fancy. I was thinking about drafting Corrales in and getting him to go to town on it, but I thought, you know what, I'll just try it out for myself. It might look alright, and it doesn't look too bad, you know. In fact, I really like I really like the way that this casts a shadow downwards. It gives a sort of cool fading effect, which is really nice, and that was totally unintentional. Now I think I'm just going to do the rest of this in the stone half slabs just to keep things nice and simple. Don't want to be adding in too many block types because that makes things get a little bit confusing. So yeah, you know what? I am plainly happy with this one. So I'm going to start to work on the other part of this because we've still got this wall to do, and then obviously I'll get on with the other side as well. Just a very quick thing to say that I have added this in. It is boring as anything, but it works. It suits the sort of theme. As I just mentioned in that last clip, you don't want to be having too many crazy colours flying in. I'm just not talented to be dealing with multiple things. I stick with greys. Greys always go well together, generally. That's what I've found in Minecraft, and as long as you stick with the greys, there is no way you could go wrong. You may be the most boring person in the history of man. I mean, this isn't particularly thrilling, is it, down here? Let's be honest. Let's take a look around and think, there's not a whole lot going on, but I guess we are sort of suited to the industrial theme. I mean, look at that thing, right? We're trying to make this place look good, yet above us there is a mismatch of cobblestone and black wool that isn't even working. Oh, just, ugh. What a disgusting looking build, but at least it produces 1,709 an hour, I guess. That's quite good, so we'll pass on that one. But as far as down here goes, you know, I have tried my best to keep it looking nice, and I think I've done a half decent job. I mean, the whole spawn chunks in general really do need a bit of a spruce up, and I will get onto that at some point. Well, maybe not me. I'll draft someone else to do it for me, because if I did it up, it would probably end up looking worse than it originally did. Bit counterintuitive, isn't it? But yes, okay, so we have done this side. I guess now I should just stop chatting on and start work on the other side. It shouldn't really take that long, except this does use quite a lot of resources. It uses a lot of stone, which I have to keep going out and mining, so that's a bit of a bummer. But I also have to take out this whole wall. The things that I do for you, this is going to take so long. Alright, I will catch you guys in a bit. Both sides of this bad boy are now complete. Yes, it's very good. I like it a lot. It looks very nice. You know, Zombie Cleo actually just popped over here and she was like, wow, this place looks amazing. And I was like, oh, thank you. That's really lovely, because I've been spending the past 10 minutes thinking, this is but ugly. I want to end this project now. So it's good to see that the hermits are appreciating it. I mean, obviously the main attraction here is, of course, all of the iron that is filling these chests, because there is too much to fit in your pockets. Obviously, there is far too much to fit in your pockets, and that is exciting. So that is exciting enough. The sort of area around it doesn't really matter, but you know how it is. You have to make it look somewhat presentable, and how it was beforehand, it just wasn't looking too pretty. Now what I'm thinking is, maybe I'm considering adding like a glass roof on top, but I don't know. That requires a lot of glass. I don't have a lot of glass. It's one of the few things in Minecraft that I don't appear to have a lot of. Next thing is, I quite like the openness of this, and I like the way it is, you know. It's just a sort of iron ditch. It's a ditch that you drop into and you pick up your iron, and then you use your iron, and then you come out the ditch, and yeah, it's just nice, you know. It's nice. Now the one thing that I do have to sort out, however, is all of the surrounding land, because we do not want things like this around the edge of our iron ditch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a time lapse for the first time in this video, and as always I'm going to be talking over it. I've got quite an interesting topic for today, so I'm excited for it. So begin the time lapse. Woohoo! So what I want to do in this HermitCraft time-lapse, because, you know, I did a time-lapse last week and I basically talked a bunch about the things that have been going on. You know, I had the donators things, various other things that have completely slipped my mind. I don't know what has happened. I had them all in my head and just none of them have left my mouth. So, sorry about that, I've completely forgotten them. You probably remember it because you watched the video. But anyway, yes, I spoke a load about the things that I've been up to, and it made me realise something. There are 207,000 of you, and I don't know the first thing about any of you. I literally know nothing. You probably know quite a lot about me. You know, my name is Ollie, also known as Mumbo Jumbo on YouTube. I like to play Minecraft. I really like cars, and I don't have much of a life because I spend a lot of my time on the HermitCraft server. That's probably the assumptions that you've made about me, and some of them aren't entirely true, but we're just gonna leave that be, because for this one, I just want to find out some stuff about you. I know that sounds strange, slightly stalkerish, but you know what? I don't really care. So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, and I want you to head down to the comment section and just order them by number. Just place like 1 dot, enter, 2 dot. You know how to number things, I'm sure. I may have misjudged your intelligence there, and I apologise. But anyway, the first thing that I really want to know, this one is genuinely interesting for me, is why did you subscribe to me? I'm assuming that you are subscribed to me. If not, then so be it. Why aren't you subscribing to me? But what I really want to know is, why are you subscribed to me on YouTube? Because, like, I mean, I personally, I know that I make half-decent videos. I spend a lot of time on the videos that I do. I make sure that they are as professional as possible. I put loads of effort in. I try and make myself sound happy in all of my videos. And yeah, I know that I do the work, basically, but that doesn't necessarily mean the videos are good. So what I want to know is, why did you subscribe? Did you subscribe for the HermitCraft series? Did you subscribe for redstone videos? Did you subscribe because you find me somewhat interesting, in which case I thank you? Or did you subscribe for my fantastic accent? I honestly don't know, so I would really love to hear why you did subscribe. That would be lovely to get that kind of feedback. The next thing that I really want to ask is, what do you think I could do to improve? This is going to be a bit of an odd one, because I'm sure there's a lot of people that are going to say, you know, upload more HermitCraft or upload more videos. Unfortunately, that's just not how it's going to happen. The reason that I upload in this schedule is because I am pretty tight-packed when it comes to my general life schedule, that this is sort of the most that I can manage to do. As far as HermitCraft is concerned, if you want to get sort of progress update, things where I build things in actual HermitCraft videos, then you're going to have to stick with the 2 HermitCraft videos a week, which is actually quite a lot. It's twice as much as I used to do, and I try and get the same amount done in each HermitCraft episode, so it is quite tough. It's very hard for me to stay on top of things, but recently I have been managing it, so that's okay. And obviously, because I'm in the middle of my A-levels and I'm studying hard at college, it is quite hard. But what I want to know is, what do you think I could do to improve my channel? Whether it's something simple like buy a new microphone because yours is a piece of crap, or buy some new fans for your computer because I can hear them, or get yourself a new computer because you're lagging, or something like that. Or it could be something like, I don't know, do better editing because yours is rubbish, or you guys know what I mean. So head down to the comment section. Question number 2 is, what do you think I could do to improve my channel and my videos? Question number 3 is, what would you like to see more of? It sort of closely relates to question number 2, and I can tell there's going to be a lot of answers that say, I want more HermitCraft, but unfortunately, like I just said, I'm pretty hard pushed for HermitCraft. What I want to know is, would you like to see some other type stuff? Because obviously at the minute my channel is very much redstone videos, HermitCraft videos. Would you like to see other games, or me doing other stuff in Minecraft, like hardcore series, or mini games, or something like that, or just totally different games? So for example, Grand Theft Auto or Dirt 3, that is one of my all-time favourite games. I love that game. In fact, I just bought like a steering wheel and pedal set. So sad, but I cannot wait for that to arrive. So that's something that I'm really excited for. But also, would you like to see me do more like collaborations with other YouTubers, or even like my own friends? A lot of my own friends play games, and when we play games together, you know, it's quite entertaining, and I have often been tempted to just hit the record button on the sly and just come up with a nice little episode. But really, I just want to know what you guys would prefer, because I don't know, I feel like perhaps it would be nice to diversify my channel. However, my channel is doing so brilliantly well at the minute that I feel like I don't want to spoil anything. And if you feel like me uploading different games or doing collaborations would spoil that little golden garden that I've got at the minute, then also please let me know, because that would be greatly helpful. So there we go, those are the 3 questions that I want you to answer, and it would really help me out, as I just said, if you did go down to the comment section and give them a quick answer, because A, it doesn't really take that long. How much effort does it take to answer a couple of questions? And B, it would really help me out, and it could lead to you getting the content that you really want, because I am so in the dark when it comes to what you guys actually want to see, it's not even funny. I have got absolutely no idea if you want to see more HermitCraft or more redstone videos. And I know I just discussed that I'm not able to do any more HermitCraft, but I would like to see what your priorities are when it comes to my channel. So that would be super helpful if you could go down to the comment section and just answer the questions that I did just ask. So yeah, like I say, really nice. That would be really fun. And also I like doing those little questionnaires. If you do want to see more of that kind of thing, you know, getting to know about you guys, and also you guys could ask me questions. How about an Ask Me Anything type session? That might be an idea for the future. If you want to see something like that, put it down in the comment section. I read almost all of the comments on the videos. I mean, it gets a little bit tough because there is quite a large number of them. However, ever since the Google Plus update, at least one positive of that is that I have less comments to read because less people comment, because everybody hates that comment section. I actually don't mind it, but that's just me. So yeah, if you ever do think of a really cool idea for what I could do, just throw it down in the comment section, and by chance I might just see it and I might just get on with it, and that would be really nice, because then you'd be able to say to all your friends, look, I suggested this and Mumbo Jumbo actually did it, and I'd have a really cool video. So everybody wins in that situation. But unfortunately, that is all I've got time for today, ladies and gentlemen. This has been your midweek bonus episode on the HermitCraft server, and I hope that you did enjoy it. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.